The Squad 44 dev team recently dropped its roadmap for the next 6 months, and while they're not giving away too much about upcoming content like new theaters or new factions, they certainly have assured the dedicated and devoted veteran fan base that they are listening very closely to player feedback. What is up, everybody? You are now tuned in to the milsim, tax shooter, and history-based gaming channel. First things first, MSPs will be making a return. That's right, mobile spawn points are coming back. Not only that, but I quote the dev team in saying that they will be giving Logi players more love in the future as they are looking to expand the role. That's right, not get rid of or delete the entire section, but expand the logistics section. They will be allowing all logistics players the ability to build all constructibles now, including fobs, and they will be able to do so alone as an individual player. That's right, the logistics section squad leader is getting his shovel back. There's one thing about change in video games, and typically veterans of a game or longtime players tend to not like it. And I'm speaking to myself when I say this, but we must understand that changes have to be made. If you missed the last video, make sure you check that out as I break down Yazoo, Katz, and Luna's interview. But essentially, Katz makes a lot of good points coming from the development side of things that most players wouldn't really think about, and that is the overall meta of the game, and how while it may be super fun to go camp outside of an enemy team's main, laying mines, shooting Panzer Shreks, and reloading at an ammo box, it makes for a terrible experience for the other 79 people playing that game. So while I am super happy that they are bringing back the MSP and showing the Logi section some love, I think we all must understand that changes will have to be made. And if you are anything like me, you just want to see this game succeed. Now, for all of you I still see writing in forums or on Discord that if they bring the ICO from Squad that you will quit, rest assured, per the dev team, there is no plan to bring Squad's ICO to Squad 44. From what I've gathered so far, the only real changes the dev team plans on making are to better the overall meta or gameplay loop, and I think they are correct in wanting to do so. And to sum this up, Mercury Arts' Katz simplified it pretty well in saying that what they want to avoid, and what tend to happen in a lot of matches, was players or whole chunks of teams completely ignoring the objective and only focusing on destroying the enemy team's rallies, fobs, and MSPs. So they will be making changes to the overall spawn mechanics in hopes to incentivize players to really focus on the objective. And I think they can achieve that by making spawns abundant. I think bringing the MSPs back was a good choice, along with giving the Logi section more power. In games of yesteryear, it was far too easy to just focus down the enemy's spawns, leaving them powerless. If they can achieve their goal in incentivizing players to fight over the actual objective, I think this will not only make for a more enjoyable experience, but also exponentially grow the player base. So with that said, and hopefully your mind's set at ease, what exactly does the dev team have in store for us? So they have broken down this 6-month roadmap into 3 sections: current operations, in concept, and future operations. Starting with something that the old dev team was talking about towards the end of their run there, and that is the current Chapter 1 overhaul. Their ambition is to upgrade the appearance of these maps to provide players with much more realistic and immersive environments. In fact, research has gone into finding period-specific imagery of the market garden areas to further align Chapter 1 maps to the battlefields they reflect. Following the recent lighting and foliage update, the team is working hard to refine building and environment meshes and provide more realistic textures to get players a little bit closer to the front line in 1944. The dev team's coders are also hard at work fixing bugs in the game and attempting to push further optimization where possible. And of course, all while combating previous negative game metas such as backline camping, which we touched on before. Systems like the new spawn and logistics system continue to be refined, and of course the team is infinitely grateful for all of the feedback from players like you. As the rework continues to develop, the logistics section will start to receive more love in the coming updates, with more buildables coming to give the logistics section a greater punch in the future and further define their role in the team. Here are some examples of the new buildables and emplaced weapons coming to the game in the future. In addition to the logistics section's new buildables and emplacements, weapon textures will soon be getting a pass to bring them up to a new standard. The dev team is also planning to bring to the game various new historically accurate weapons and vehicles to add greater variety to the existing factions. Although the current focus remains firmly on Chapter 1's maps and models, the dev team plans on spreading the love further to other chapters to spruce them up and further immerse players across all Squad 44 battlefields. This also includes work to improve heads and arms of various player models and further refinements to vehicles to accommodate changes made to the gameplay to offer a more genuine look. Server hosters can look forward to new admin tools. Not only that, but OWI's Luna, the community manager, plans on being really hands-on around the community, offering up at least information monthly, but even going as far as spotlighting mods, sitting down and doing interviews with content creators, and hosting and promoting events. Yeah, buddy. The future is looking very bright for Squad 44. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Let me know down in the comments, what new content would you want to see come to Squad 44? Maybe a new faction, a new theater? Because as for this last part of the roadmap, future operations, they've left it mighty vague. All they really led on to is that they are planning a new game mode, which I think is awesome. And while we're at it, I would love to see Advanced and Secure refined. With these new spawn mechanics, a revamped logistics section, and maybe a cooldown on the capture points, Advanced and Secure could be very special again. My fondest memories of this game are from the first year or so of this game within that game mode, Advanced and Secure. They let on that they are planning a new faction, of course a whole new theater, and huge increased server player limits. That's right, Squad 44 will finally be making the leap to 100 player servers, and I personally think that is a huge part of making this game get the attention it deserves. 10 more players on each team would just add so eloquently to the blissful chaos that is Squad 44 and what makes it so great. So again, down in the comments, let me know what new faction you want to see, what theater do you want to go to next, and maybe even what do you think this new game mode could be? Maybe a King of the Hill or Escort the Convoy, VIP. Now, I'm an old FPS head, so I'm a sucker for a good old classic Capture the Flag, but I know I'm probably alone on that one. Anyway, I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to my channel members, the milsim minions. Here's to Squad 44's future. I will see you boys in the next one. Y'all be good to each other.